all love animals, right? I mean, who hasn't watched a cute cat video? Or a funny dog compilation? Like it always makes you happy. But what if I told you not all animals are so cute?
Some are so horrifying
That they could make you fear even your favorite animal. We're talking about pets turning into deadly and wild attacks that are straight out of your worst nightmares. So if you want to stay safe, smash that like button and subscribe. Let's get into it. Have you guys been to the zoo recently? Well, we're starting off with a crazy zoo incident, but this one is low-key hilarious. You know how in games you can just pick up an item and throw it? Like if you've ever played Fling People on Roblox, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. This video really reminded me of that game. Check it out. Was that a whole live capybara? Why are there capybaras in the gorilla habitat? And like that gorilla was unhinged. Why did it just decide to throw that capybara at a child even? Oh my gosh, I don't think that child is gonna be able to return to the zoo ever again. Or if he does, he'd probably take a shield with him next time. But guys, that throw is like impressive. I think if we played dodgeball, I would definitely want that gorilla as my teammate. Alright guys, now for the more serious incidents. When was the last time you saw a lion, guys? Well, I think I've only seen them in zoos before. But some rich people have so much money that they don't want to go to the zoo, but instead have a lion in their own house. Like instead of owning a cute kitty, they keep their lions as pets. This one was kept in a house in Lahore, and one day, the person keeping its enclosure just forgot to lock the door. And this one happened. Have you guessed? Well, watch this.
This is a pet lion escaping from a farmhouse in Lahore. It then goes on to attack a woman and her 2 children. The woman, her 5-year-old and 7-year-old sustained injuries to their faces and arms. The lion later returned to its home and has since been relocated to a wildlife park, while the owners of the exotic pet were arrested, according to authorities.
We have kept the lion according to the Wildlife Department's standard operating procedures. We have followed their procedures, and you must have seen there is no place from which he can come out, and we have built this very durable enclosure for him. But on the day this incident happened, the boy cleaned it up, but he forgot to lock it.
Oh my god, guys. I don't know what I'd do if I saw a wild lion in the streets. Like I'd probably just pass out on the ground and let the universe decide if I get eaten or not. And who keeps a lion as a pet? This is why you don't keep a predator that can literally eat you as a pet. I don't even get why it's cool to keep wild animals as pets, I can't lie. Like, are these people not scared that the lion just turns on them and then eats them one day? I think animals like this should just be in the wild, because it clearly doesn't want to be someone's pet. Even if I get rich one day, I think I'd just stick to owning cute kitty cats instead. Alright guys, you thought the last attack was horrifying? Well, this mixed story is one of the most famous and horrifying animal attacks ever, and it was done by a pet. You might ask, what kind of pet would ever attack their owner? Like a rabid dog or something? No. Y'all, some people just want their pets to be like 5 times as strong as them, and to be wild animals. After the attack, the victim got her face ripped off. Y'all have to see this.
I was attacked and mauled by my boss's chimpanzee, Travis. He ripped off my face, my hands.
In February 2009, Charla Nash received a call from her friend Sandra, who lived with her pet chimpanzee, Travis. Sandra treated Travis like her own child, but that day, he had escaped from the house. Desperate for help, Sandra called Charla to assist in catching him. When Charla arrived, Travis immediately freaked out and viciously attacked her. He scratched and bit her relentlessly. He wrapped her face and her hands. Sandra was unable to stop him. She tried using a shovel and a knife, but Travis, weighing about 200 pounds, was too powerful. In a panic, Sandra fled to her car and called the police.
Send the police!
What's the problem there?
The chimp killed my friend!
When the police arrived, Travis started attacking their car, forcing them to shoot him. They found Charla barely alive, her face completely destroyed. Her heart was barely beating, and she was rushed immediately to the hospital. Sharla underwent extensive medical treatment, including a groundbreaking face transplant in 2011.
Oh my god, that poor woman. No offense, but she looks unrecognizable. If my face was ripped off like that, I'd never be able to show my face in public again. I think I'd walk it around with like a mask forever. But how did that chimp even get in contact with that woman? Was the chimp just chilling in the living room with her? And then just went on a rampage? Well, I did some research, guys. The chimp apparently snapped because she saw the woman holding his favorite Elmo toy. Like, I get why he'd be mad, but ripping someone's face off because they're holding your favorite toy? I think this chimp might need some anger management classes. But guys, this gave me an idea for the word of the day. Let's confuse the people that haven't watched all the way to this part of the video. Comment monkey rage. They'll be so confused. And guys, after these animal attacks, you might think, well, it's probably only because that people make these animals mad that they get attacked. No, like even professionals aren't safe. This zookeeper, who was very close with these lions, became a victim of this notion because sometimes animals' instincts just kick him. Oh my god, why are they all just watching him getting eaten? Couldn't they at least have tried to scare them away by ramming into the lions? But y'all, these are wild animals, not big kittens. And that's why you shouldn't try to keep these in captivity. They should be out in the nature, not locked in some habitat because humans think it's cool. Alright guys, we've had a bunch of incidents of animals attacking people. But you don't often hear about the reverse scenario of people attacking animals in zoos. Like, when I came across this video, I couldn't even believe my ears. What I heard was just something I've never expected to hear. Let's just say that the perpetrator of this incident was just way too down bad. Like, he got freaky, if you know what I mean. Check it out.
This man right here was arrested after he sexually assaulted a flamingo, which in turn killed it. So, according to witnesses, he jumped into the flamingo pen, dropped his pants, and then did nasty stuff to the flamingo, which caused internal bleeding, which caused the flamingo to die. So then he was soon arrested, and yeah, he's nasty and a little scary.
Oh my gosh, guys. I can't lie. I left my off when I first heard this. But that poor flamingo, just minding its own business. And then it gets jumped by this creepy guy who just assaults it. Like, that man looks like he's probably 80 times the weight of that flamingo. It didn't stand a chance. Rest in peace, flamingo. Fly high. Alright guys, this next one is kinda deserved. But at the same time, it's really sad. Have y'all ever watched Free Willy? Like that movie about a kid freeing a trapped orca who's forced to do tricks. Yeah, orcas are actually trapped like that in real life. And sometimes, the orcas get tired of being in their cages. Watch this, y'all.
This is a photo of a captive orca whale named Tilikum staring down its trainers at SeaWorld. There have only been 4 human deaths caused by orcas to date, and Tilikum is responsible for 3 of them. In one instance in 2010, 40-year-old trainer Don Brancho leaned over his tank in front of a packed crowd. That's when the 11-ton orca took her in his mouth, dragged her into the pool, and violently killed her in front of hundreds of terrified tourists. Even when SeaWorld staff members had trapped and netted him, he refused to let go of the body. It's believed his hostility was caused by a total accident that happened just minutes before the attack. Tilikum performed a trick that Dawn didn't see, so she didn't reward him with fish like she normally would. This, coupled with the psychological damage of living in captivity, resulted in the orca's unnatural aggression. It's also worth noting that there has never been a single documented report of an orca whale attacking a human in the wild.
You really can't do anything when an orca decides that you're going down underwater. Like, you can't swim away or nothing. It's just too strong. But like, why did they keep that orca in captivity? Like, before this, it already killed 2 people out of the 3 people killed by orcas in total. Like, it's not magically gonna change into some adorable orca who loves people after that. But I also feel sympathy for the orca. Just being forced to work when it should be free, hunting seals up in Greenland. What do you guys think about orcas being kept in captivity? Tell me in the comments. Have y'all never had that phase where you thought wolves were really cool? Like kinda furry-like, but not really. He just wanted to be a Sigma. Well, there's a kid that actually lived this life. Kinda. This kid was neglected by their parents and had to be raised by dogs. Y'all, I've never seen anything like this. Check it out.
At first, this looks like some kind of strange hoax. Ukrainian girl, Oksana Malaya, running, jumping, eating and barking just like a dog. But this is no fraud. Oksana's behaviour is the result of the most cruel childhood neglect. Her parents were alcoholics, and one night, too drunk to care, they left their infant daughter outside in the cold. Looking for warmth, Oksana crawled into the farm kennel. Curling up with the mongrel dogs probably saved her life. For the next 6 years, from the age of 3 to 8, the kennel was Oksana's home and the dogs her family. She had very little human contact, and when finally discovered, it was obvious there'd been catastrophic consequences for Oksana's development.
I don't know if she's just doing this for fun. What if she maybe has rabies? Like, if you guys don't know, rabies is like a virus you can get from being bitten by a dog. And it's a very serious virus that makes you act like a dog and you start going around biting people. You get scared of drinking water and you start drooling in her. Like, rabies is one of the worst ways you could ever die. But if it's not rabies, I think he's gotta be the most dedicated furry I've ever seen. That kid would be so funny in a classroom. Like, imagine you're taking a test and then the kid behind you just starts barking. That would be so funny. Alright guys, speaking of dogs, this next incident is like a big fluffy dog. Well, not really a dog because it's a bear, but you probably get what I mean. Bears are friendly, right? Like, they're so big, cute and fluffy. So what's not to like? Well, the thing about bears is that they're actually killer machines that could kill you in an instant. And guys, this bear enthusiast found out the hard way. Watch this.
Timothy Treadwell was an American bear enthusiast who lived among grizzly bears in Alaska for 13 summers. Treadwell was known for breaking park rules, including interacting with bears and fighting visitors. In 2003, he and his girlfriend were killed and almost fully eaten by a 28-year-old brown bear. These are their last words.
So scary. Like, what kind of job is that? Like, couldn't you become a fireman or something? Why professional bear enthusiast? Also guys, that last audio wasn't real. That was a recreation. Sorry for scaring y'all. But like guys, that was all for this video. Remember to stay away from wild animals like the ones I showed you in this video. Maybe you should get my book accessory. I've heard it actually scares away all dangerous animals. Hit the link in the comments or the description. Stay safe guys, and as always, thanks for watching my videos. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.